skunk.
A resident called the North Vancouver RCMP, urging officers to check it out, and they did on Saturday.
It was reported as an aroma that was coming into the area. The North Vancouver police attended and did locate human remains.
The decomposed body of an adult found next to this bike path behind the travel lodge on the corner of Marine and Capilano. Police don't know yet if it's a man or a woman. Forensic investigators have spent the last 2 days collecting evidence, and there is a reason they think the death may be suspicious.
It looks as though there was attempts to conceal the body, and just based on that itself, I hit threshold to take the file.
So it was partially buried.
Well, it's hard to say, how they concealed that body.
The path is well used. Countless people would have passed by, not realizing there's a body in the bushes. The integrated homicide team says it will be several days before they can identify the victim. They are examining missing persons cases, and this afternoon we're going door to door in the neighborhood in an effort to find out who it might be. Lisa Rossington, CTV News, North Vancouver.
There are new developments tonight into an incident in Terrace that left a man bloody and bruised while in police custody. CTV's John Woodward joins us live. And John, there's growing pressure for an investigation here.
That's right, Linda. We brought you exclusive video last week that showed an officer repeatedly punching a handcuffed prisoner. Now there's calls nationally and in the community of Terrace for answers. This is the video. It shows 22-year-old Shane Parker refusing to leave a police car in the Terrace detachment 2 years ago. So Corporal Travis Decone forces him out. You can see several blows there, and then when Parker is on the ground, Decone continues to punch him. Some officers help, others just stand there. The family complained, but the force took almost 2 years to investigate and then said too much time had passed to discipline him. That pushed this criminologist from Ottawa to complain.
My son like that.
We're sorry, we ran out of time. It is just simply unacceptable. It's almost a level, it borders on incompetence, it borders on a cover-up, and I'm demanding that the Minister of Public Safety, Vic Toews, do the responsible thing and, order an investigation.
What we would want done, I'm sure, as a council, is that we would want things investigated immediately. We would want it to be just, and we would want answers.
The Terrace City Council says it supports the local RCMP, but says it's concerned about what happened. Vic Toews' office says it hopes planned changes to the RCMP Act will make the RCMP more accountable. And Parker is now suing the force. Linda?
All right, thanks for that, John. Public health care advocates staged a protest outside a private clinic in Vancouver today. It comes on the day the clinic was supposed to stop billing patients for services normally covered by the public health system. But it was business as usual for the Cambie Surgery Centre. This despite a noisy gathering of protesters voicing their frustration about illegal billing. The BC Medical Services Commission gave the clinic 30 days to stop its illegal activity, and the group wants the provincial watchdog to immediately file an injunction.
Because what ends up happening with clinics like these is that those who can pay do pay, and they do get to the front of the line. And what that does is it provides exclusive care for them that has taken doctors and nurses out of the public system to deliver care for the wealthiest folks. And then everybody else ends up waiting longer. And that's what the research shows with the for-profit.
The director of the Cambie Surgery Centre says it will respect an injunction, but doesn't expect it will go that way because the Supreme Court is allowing private clinics to operate in Quebec. The BC Medical Services Commission is expected to file an injunction against the clinic within 4 to 6 weeks. So the next private public health care battle in BC will be in the courts. Well, it was a happy ending after a dramatic rescue in Delta today. Fire crews had to be called in to pull an elderly horse from a mud-filled ditch. The 16-year-old horse called King spent the night in the ditch and was found by its owner around 8 this morning. Rescue workers wrapped a strap around the horse as King's owner comforted him. When everything was set, firefighters used one of the city's hydraulic lifts to pull him out. Fortunately, the horse was not hurt.
Poor horse is on a diet, and I guess he tried to go into the ditch to graze. Since most of the ditches here are not fenced, we just have the bushes and the brambles. And I suppose that is why he went in. He didn't fall, that's for sure.
King's owners say they'll now put up fencing or take him off his diet. Looking pretty good now. It was a very big game for the Hastings team at the Little League World Series today. Win and they stay, lose and they're out. Jason Perez is standing by live tonight. And Jason, it was a little bit of a nail biter in the end there.
Absolutely, Linda. Yeah, it was a great run by our boys from Hastings. They really captivated Canada. 1 win and 1 loss today, a must-win game against the Caribbean in Williamsport. Let's take you to the highlights.
We might break some land speed records.
Rain, go away. So our Little Leaguers can play their game. Canada taking on Curacao, bottom 3. Canada down 1-0. Steven Moretto paints the line in left field with that RBI single, tying the game at 1. An inning later, Noah Hanson-Stafford at the dish. 0 for 6 of the series. And that changes with 1 swing of the bat. Stafford's 2-run bomb to right field. Canada up 3-1. And a deserving of a celebratory kiss from teammate Moretto in the dugout. Top 5, Curacao threatening. Carter Catawong, the second smallest player at the World Series, comes up with a huge catch. But Curacao scores 2 on the sac fly. And next batter, Michelle Jansen will smack the go-ahead home run to straightaway center. Here it comes. That goes deep, and Curacao, just like that, back on top. Bottom of 6 now, 2-1. Canada down to its last out. Mateo Porcelato grounds out to third. Canada comes up just short, losing 4-3. Canada's run in Williamsport is now over. But a great run. They finish with a record of 1 win and 2 losses. They'll head on back. Congratulations to the boys from Hastings. Linda will have much more from the Richmond Golf and Country Club for the Boys and Girls Club annual golf fundraiser coming up at 6. Linda?
The Little Leaguers were looking pretty good out there, looking like the big guys. Thanks, Jason.
Unforgettable summer for the boys. We'll send it back to you.
No kidding. Congratulations to them. Well, it's a PNA tradition as old as mini donuts and the wooden roller coaster. Area residents selling parking spots in their driveways and in their garages. But the city wants it to stop. Residents were on almost every street corner around the PNE today advertising $10 parking. That's half of what the PNE charges. But the city says it's a dangerous nuisance and it's against the law.
It is illegal to solicit parking for your backyard, yes. It is also illegal to park more than the allowed number of vehicles on your driveway. You're allowed to charge for 1 car on your lot without getting a business license.
I'm supposed to get a permit to maybe for 4 days of parking. You know, I may the max make $60. Give me a break.
The city says bylaw officers will be out in force during the PNE, ticketing homeowners selling too many spots in their property, as well as motorists parking illegally on the street. Well, everyone's on the road tonight. Ann Lou's at the PNE with a very sweet, and I think you can see why, forecast. Ann, is there more than just pink and blue there?
Yes, it's only pink and blue, unfortunately, Linda, but I will make you something special. I'm here at the Cotton Candy venue with Cotton Candy Queens, Janelle and Chantel. They've been here for 6 years. They do it every summer. Look how big this one is. I'm going to make one, I promise, even bigger for you. It's going to be spectacular, much like the weather we saw today. Beautiful sunny skies. Here's a look at current temperatures. We're seeing 24 degrees in Vancouver, 26 in Surrey, and 24 in Abbotsford. As we head into the weather ahead, you can expect some partly cloudy skies this evening, and then tomorrow we're going to start off with mainly sunny skies, but as we head further in the afternoon, Linda, we're going to see more in the way of cloud. So unfortunately, it'll get cloudier as the day progresses, but fortunately for you, it'll get bigger as the night progresses with these cotton candies. I'll have more details on the forecast coming up later on in the show.
And that's almost as big as you. That's your challenge. Make one Ann Lou sized for the next hit.
Done and done.
All right. Thanks, Ann. Talk to you later. The Bank of Canada is saying it's sorry today after causing a racial flap over the new $100 bill. And it only took 80 years, but the home of the Masters tournament, the Augusta National Golf Club, has finally opened its doors to women. CTV News at 5. We'll be right back.
How much time do we have left?
20 minutes.
I'm sure he's just spending a little quality time with his mother.
I've got it right here.
How do I give this to her?
You don't. It's not for her. It's for you. The person who wakes her has to be pure of heart.
Julia, you're awake.
Who are you?
CTV's Grimm. Tonight at 10, 9 Central.
Mike Killeen and Tamara Taggart, CTV News, working for you.
Mary, I'm going to need you to work late.
The 2013 IKEA catalog is here. Find your favorite page. Or pages.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
One day, it will hit you. By replacing one sugared beverage a day with a bottle of Nestle Pure Life water, you can cut 50,000 calories a year from his diet. Nestle Pure Life Natural Spring Water. Embrace the Pure Life.
Irresistibly bubbly. Nestle Pure Life Sparkling Water. Hydration just got a little more exciting.
Walmart's $5 jeans won't wear out before they outgrow them. Guaranteed.
I'll get it!
Walmart.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
There's a new law that lets you bring a bottle of wine to your favorite restaurant.
All we're doing is opening a bottle of wine and dirtying a couple of glasses.
Why some places love the idea, others say it could put them out of business. Steele on Your Side tomorrow on CTV News at 6.
The governor of the Bank of Canada is apologizing after a racial controversy surrounding the new $100 bill. The bank has been criticized for changing the design of the new bill. Focus groups had complained about an earlier version which showed what appeared to be an Asian woman looking through a microscope. The design was revised so the image did not resemble any particular ethnic group. Carney says the bank will be reviewing its design process. One of the last old boys clubs is changing its ways. The all-male Augusta Golf Club, home of the Masters Golf Tournament, will finally admit women as members. As TJ Winnick reports, a couple of famous female faces will be the first to hit the hallowed greens.
For the first time in its 80-year history, Augusta National Golf Club will have female members when its new season kicks off in October. The two new invitees are former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and South Carolina financier Darla Moore.
I don't think these two women would have been let in today had we not started the crusade 10 years ago. So it's been a long haul, but it's been worth it.
The home of the Masters Golf Tournament had always refused to admit women. The policy had been controversial for years, but gathered new steam this year after Virginia Rometty was appointed chief executive of IBM, one of the Masters' corporate sponsors. Despite intense pressure, Augusta did not make Rometty a member.
All issues of membership are now and have been historically subject to the private deliberations of the members.
But today, the club chairman called the decision to admit women a significant and positive time in our club's history. Augusta National is so secretive, it won't reveal the names of its members or even how many of them there are. Reportedly, there are 300, all by invitation only. The two new invitees, Rice and Moore, have accepted and will enter the club in their green jackets this fall.
I'm glad they're doing it. I think it's great news.
This is 2012. My God, let's get this thing moving forward.
Rice, seen here teeing off at the PGA Regions Pro-Am this past June, said in a statement, "I've long admired the important role Augusta National has played in the traditions and history of golf. While there hadn't been female members before, women have been allowed to play Augusta National's golf course as guests." TJ Winnick, ABC News, New York.
Big decision. If you have a bag of lettuce in your fridge, take a closer look at the packaging. We have a recall to tell you about. And the connection between food and your mood. Health news is after the break. Plus, we will take you back live to the PNE, and Lou will be standing by with the forecast looking pretty good on the Midway tonight.
Who will
be the next great name in movie magic.
Follow me.
Tomorrow,
I have a goal, which is to win every single challenge.
the battle of imagination
You need to prove yourself to the nation.
begins.
Time's up, everyone!
I have one thing to say about it. Spectacular.
I will be the next Face-Off champion.
Face Off, the hit series, returns tomorrow at 9 Eastern on Space.
I'm Joel Matlin, president of Alarm Force. Have you ever noticed how some companies offer great deals for the new customers and at the same time completely ignore their loyal longtime ones? At Alarm Force, we appreciate every single one of the 150,000 people we protect. And because of that, we haven't raised our monitoring rates in 15 years. Call now.
Call 1-800-267-2001. Alarm Force.
Canada's best choice for home security.
Get to know the Laughing Cow taste. It's creamy and tasty and made with laughter. We cut it into tiny bites, melted and blended for a great taste that's right.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a taste that rocks.
When she knows it tastes just great. It's time to celebrate. It's the Laughing Cow, the Laughing Cow.
CTV News, weekdays at noon, working for you.
My name is Arabella, and when I was 6, my mom and I decided to sponsor Veronica, who is also 6 from El Salvador.
We see the changes that our sponsorship has made in Veronica's life.
I send Veronica cards and gifts, and she sends me back beautiful drawings. Even if you're only sponsoring one child, it can make a big difference.
Right now, there's one child waiting for your support. Call the number on the screen or go online today to sponsor a child.
Hey. Hey, Eddie. I brought you stuff.
You don't have to do
Yes, I
this.
do.
I want you to keep this.
It'd be weird. Take care.
You too.
So how did it go?
He's upset.
Spend less time at gas stations with best-in-class fuel economy. It's our most innovative Ultima ever.
When we come together as a community, we can create profound change. We have an investigative team at CTV. They expose issues that need changing. Hopefully you watch that story and you feel something. You feel angry or sad. As a group of people, we go, wait a minute, no, this is unacceptable. When we decide that enough is enough, as a community, we can make that change.
This portion of the news brought to you by Splash's Bath and Kitchen Center.
Before you toss that salad tonight, you better check the packaging. Dr. Rhonda Lowe is here now to explain. And Rhonda, what's going on?
Well, you know, Linda, there's an expanded warning tonight about lettuce. And the product was produced in the United States, but sold here in Canada. Health officials say the lettuce may be tainted with E. coli. Some of the 4,000 cases of romaine lettuce were shipped to BC and elsewhere in Canada from a farm in California. It was sold under the name Tanamura and Anto Field Fresh Lettuce. So far, no illnesses have been reported in the U.S. Now, an E. coli infection can be very serious. Symptoms can range from being mild to severe. There can be abdominal cramps, and this can progress to diarrhea, which can often be bloody. Antibiotics do not cure the problem, and in vulnerable individuals like kids and seniors, the infection can even cause kidney failure and be fatal. Food contaminated with E. coli may not look or smell spoiled. So if you have this product, don't consume it. Throw it out or return it to where you bought it, although it's up to each store to determine their refund policy. Now, it's also a known fact that kids who spend most of their time sitting around are more likely to struggle with weight gain and obesity. But there's another downside to children not being active. Kids can spend hours each day on the computer or watching television. A new study from Portugal found that this lack of physical exercise can seriously impede the development of basic motor skills. Researchers studied the physical activity of more than 200 9 to 10-year-old girls and boys. The kids who spent 75% of their time being sedentary were more than 4 times more likely to have abnormal motor skills. Well, the researchers found this alarming since basic physical coordination and motor skills are considered building blocks to more complex movement as children get older. Stats show in Canada that fewer than 10% of kids get the recommended 60 minutes a day of moderate to vigorous activity. And parents are even overestimating how much activity their kids really get. So that's why some experts are now advocating giving your child a pedometer to gauge exactly how active they are. And so for kids, the suggested level is 12,000 steps a day to maintain their fitness. We could all do with slapping on a pedometer. Huh, Linda?
Overestimate our fitness level as well, Rhonda. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Well, if eating helps improve your mood, it could be the flavors that are giving you a mental boost. Some studies have already established that comfort foods like chocolate, strawberries, and food with omega-3 fatty acids can have positive effects on mood. Now, researchers say the effect may lie in the flavors of these foods, which are chemically similar to an acid that's prescribed as a mood stabilizer. Tea, raspberries, and blueberries may also have the same effect. All right, time to check back in with Ann Lou at the PNE. Forget the mini donut. She's hanging out at the cotton candy stand. I gave you a little bit of a challenge, Ann. How big, how tall could you make cotton candy?
I'm going to make one the size of me. I promise you, Linda, yes, by the end of this show, there will be a very large pink cotton candy. And I might put sunglasses on it as well. But first, let's talk about cotton candy making. I am with the queens of cotton candy, twins here, Janelle and Chantel. As you can see here, this cotton candy is getting bigger and bigger by the moment. All made from this nice fine sugar that I have in this cup here. We pour this into the heater and then the floss comes out. So, Janelle, give me a tip. Since I have to make the biggest cotton candy ever for Miss Linda Steele, what's a nice easy tip that I should really focus on?
Be prepared to get really sticky because it's really messy.
All right, here's a challenge for you as well. I know that it's cotton candy. Have you ever made a cotton candy caramel apple?
No.
All right, Linda, I say we do that right now because they've never done it before and they've been here for 6 years. So I throw down the caramel apple challenge. Chantel, it's all you. Let's see if it actually works. Never done before in history, live here on CTV News at 5. We have a cotton candy caramel apple. How fantastic is that? Linda?
Really, there can't be enough sugar. I say deep-fried cotton candy. That's what you do next. Everything's fried at the PNE, isn't it?
Okay, I'll go over to that
stuff.
kiosk. I'll go to the deep fryer and deep fry it for you, and I'll bring it back for you.
Still ahead. No, I don't think I want that one, actually. You can eat that one, Ann. But before I let you go, you met an amazing little Vancouver girl recently who's doing an amazing thing for a family a world away. Tell us that story.
Oh yeah, definitely. She is inspiring her friends and family by donating something most precious to her and most kids, her birthday money, to help sponsor a child. Take a look at this.
When you're a kid, every birthday is a special occasion. There's the party, and of course the presents. But what if you received no gifts at all?
You have to think of others before you think of yourself.
When Alexia Helgeson planned a party for her 8-year-old daughter, Arabella,
That was the Hawaiian themed party.
she came up with a radical idea, something almost unthinkable in the world of a child.
Instead of gifts, how would you feel about getting money in order to donate it to World Vision?
Arabella loved the idea, even if her guests weren't so sure.
They were kind of like, okay, this is kind of weird.
But on that memorable day, adorned in flowers and grass skirts, the kids raised more than $200.
We had a lot of fun. We all dressed up. Even Mom and Dad got into the party theme.
And every birthday since then, the money raised has gone to sponsor a little girl in El Salvador named Veronica.
Her picture really stood out. She was smiling so brightly, and I just thought, this is the girl that I want to pick.
The sponsorship helps her with everything from clean drinking water to school supplies.
She has been sending us nice letters. I finally just want to meet her and talk to her face to face.
Rarely do those meetings take place. But half a world away, in a tiny village in Laos, I'm about to meet another little girl who needs as much help as Veronica. 10-year-old Zhang lives with her mother and younger brother in a simple bamboo house. Much of her day is spent cooking and cleaning or working in the fields to help feed the family.
My living life is quite difficult because I do the hard work in plantations.
Many things we take for granted in the Western world are hard to come by in Zhang's village. Simple things like clean drinking water.
If I can change, I want to have a well near my house.
Zhang does attend school when she can, and one day dreams of becoming a teacher.
I want to teach the children in my own village.
Please bring a check or money, or cash.
Back in Vancouver, Alexia is doing some teaching of her own.
Thank you for your valuable support.
Hoping the lessons learned in sponsoring their own child will have a lifelong impact on her daughter.
She needs to make a difference in this planet, and that we all have a duty to be good citizens and to help others.
Ann Liu, CTV News.
World Vision's Vancouver campaign now has 524 child sponsors. The goal by October 15 is 2,500.
Nice story.
Yes, it's absolutely wonderful. Thanks, Linda.
And a great lesson to all other kids, too. Thanks, Anne. We'll talk to you later. Well, get out your wallets. It's back to school time, and BC parents are ready to spend more than most Canadians this year. Plus, this BC motorist causes a stir online after being accused of filling bags full of gasoline in Bellingham. He comes forward to explain after the break.
From our high-definition camera atop the Shangri-La Hotel, this is CTV News. CTV News, weeknights at 5, working for you.
All the policemen are going on a very long bike ride for 2 whole weeks without hardly stopping at all. Like 900 kilometers. They're gonna risk lots of money, millions and $1 million, and give it to the Canadian Cancer Society. And they're gonna give that money to the scientists.
And the scientists are gonna try to make kids' cancer go away.
Usually kids exaggerate, but in this case they're not. Cops for Cancer needs your support. Help kids fight cancer and donate at any local Coast Capital Savings or at copsforcancerbc.ca.
When I found out you have to pay extra to get the HD channels, you know what I said?
Children, ears.
Thank you, Mother. I said that is a load of brown bananas. HD channels should be included.
That's not what you said, Dad. You said it was a big stinking load of...
Always be there for you. Always be there for you.
All dogs, no matter the breed, are descendants of the wolf. They share many similar traits, especially a love for meat. So we've created a food that satisfies a dog's wolf spirit. High-protein, grain-free Blue Wilderness. It contains more of the chicken, salmon, or duck dogs love. There's a Blue Wilderness specially formulated for adults, puppies, small or large breeds, plus weight control too. If you want your dog or cat to enjoy a grain-free, high-protein diet like his ancestors once did, then Blue Wilderness is for you.
End of the Roll's big anniversary sale is finally here, where you can get exclusive introductory pricing on luxurious soft carpet. And that's just the beginning. For a limited time only, pay only $189 per square foot on premium laminate flooring. Get your entire home covered for less. It's all happening right now, so hurry in during the big anniversary sale at our 53 locations nationwide. Visit End of the Roll today, where brands, selection, and value come together.
You can transform the way the road feels at the touch of a button. The all-new Hyundai Elantra GT with driver-selectable steering. It's just one of the innovations we engineered with you in mind. Introducing the Elantra GT from Hyundai.
Say goodbye to dry, uncomfortable skin. Age Perfect Hydro Nutrition Golden Balm. A rich balm that hydrates to nourish the delicate skin of your face, neck, and chest. Enriched with calcium and 10 precious oils for beautiful, firmer-looking skin. Age Perfect, the #1 brand for mature skin.
From silver screens to flat screens. Twizzlerize your entertainment every day with Twizzlers. The twist you can't resist.
What do you hear, honey?
I think it's QM. Somebody's having a party in there.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by A&W's Cruising for a Cause Day. Thursday, August 23rd, $1 from every teen burger sold goes to the MS Society of Canada.
You're watching CTV News.
It's a sure sign fall is around the corner. Parents are hitting the stores for back-to-school shopping, and the kids are counting down the last few vacation days before hitting the books. Now, of course, the kids want to look good on the first day back, and BC parents will spend far more on their children than they did last year. That's good news for small retailers. Sinjin Alexander reports.
Just 2 weeks to go, and that mad rush to get the little ones ready is about to begin.
Yeah, we had a list. We're not doing so good, but it's okay. It's fun.
A survey by BMO finds 62% of British Columbians will be back to school shopping this year.
Glue sticks and pencils.
That's the highest percentage in the country.
It's not too bad. I try and go at a time where it's not crazy busy.
What's more, parents will spend almost $400. That's up a whopping 60% from last year.
Clothes make up the biggest piece of it, clothes, shoes, and have to have the new and trendy stuff, so it pushes the price tag a little bit.
Future Shop says this is their second most popular shopping season of the year.
There's no hard drive built within, so it also makes it uber compact.
These are the latest and greatest. There used to be a time when students wouldn't or couldn't bring high-tech gadgets to school.
Today it's become a socially accepted practice in the classroom, so we're seeing students stock up on laptops and ultrabooks, on tablets, and even smartphones.
And it's not just big chains that will benefit. British Columbians intend to spend big at small shops.
When we look at the economy today, this could be a real boom.
BC also has some of the most frugal shoppers in Canada. Almost 3/4 admit they will search for bargains. But they likely won't do that online. Most Canadians say they'll give web shopping a miss this year. They want to ensure they have their supplies by the time the first bell rings. Sinjin Alexander, CTV News, Vancouver.
A sign that summer's almost over. Well, the mystery behind a man with BC license plates appearing to pump fuel into garbage bags at a Washington gas station may have been solved. The province newspaper is reporting a man named Bill has come forward claiming to be the man in these pictures. He says he was filling up jerry cans inside the garbage bags. Now, Bill says he used the black bags to cover the jerry cans because he didn't want the gas cans staining his trunk. The story added fuel to recent criticisms of bad behavior by Canadians when they travel south of the border. It's been a hot and dry but relatively calm fire season in the Okanagan, but the worst could be yet to come. Today, Environment Canada issued a thunderstorm watch for the north and central Okanagan with the possibility of extreme wind, lightning, and hail. The hot weather has been elevating the fire risk over the past few weeks, with most of the province in a high fire danger rating and some areas receiving an extreme rating. The possibility of extreme weather has crews paying extra close attention, prepared for anything.
We're always monitoring that and having the crews on alert, just ready for when they happen and jump on them as quick as we can. We've even brought crews in from outside to assist us on initial attack, and we've got crews backing us up on mop-up and other activities. So we've got a good arsenal ready for any activity that comes up.
Fire crews are reminding the public to be extra vigilant in our tinder dry forests, noting that about half of the wildfires each year are caused by people. The search is on for the owner of a dog who was rescued from the middle of the Fraser River. Meet Phelps in honor of the Olympic swimmer. The white German Shepherd was rescued from the water on Friday after workers at the Skyline Marina noticed that something with two white pointy ears was floating down the river. They got in a boat and found the dog a short time later.
The dog was shivering and gave us a good shower, shook the water off. And then we brought the dog back and we gave it a bit of a treat, washed his face and got some dog food.
Yeah, we like to find out his story, see how he came about to be in the river. He could be from upstream, not necessarily from Richmond. We don't know how long he was in there for.
Phelps is a little underweight, but otherwise in pretty good condition. Right now, he is at the Richmond Animal Shelter as officials try to figure out who his owners are. Anyone with information should contact the shelter. Well, Tamara joins us now with a look at what's coming up at 6. Tamara.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Linda. Victoria family was recently told their little girl has everything from malnutrition to poor posture when she really has cancer. 3-year-old Hannah has a rare form of cancer and it's stage 4. But healthcare providers repeatedly miss the symptoms. Coming up at 6, we hear from her furious family who can't believe the correct diagnosis took so long. Meanwhile, the battle over public versus private health care is coming to a head with protests outside a private clinic in Vancouver today. Many are angry the clinic is charging patients for services already covered in the public system. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from the defiant doctor running the clinic. So we'll see you in a few minutes at 6 o'clock, Linda.
All right, thanks, Tamara. His comments about so-called legitimate rape have caused a firestorm south of the border. But the U.S. Senate candidate refuses to withdraw from the race. And saying goodbye to Phyllis Diller, a comedy icon, has passed away.
Quite beautiful. I drink a little.
CTV News, weeknights at 11:30. Working for you.
Say goodbye to dry, uncomfortable skin. Age Perfect Hydro Nutrition Golden Balm. A rich balm that hydrates to nourish the delicate skin of your face, neck, and chest. Enriched with calcium and 10 precious oils for beautiful, firmer-looking skin. Age Perfect, the #1 brand from Mature Skin.
The Arctic waters of northern Canada are home to the mysterious narwhal. Narwhals can hold their breath for up to 20 minutes and dive over a kilometer deep while feeding on fish and squid. Their tusk is an ivory tooth that grows up to 3 meters long on males. Narwhals sometimes travel in groups of several hundred, though small pods are more common. To learn more about narwhals, visit hww.ca.
Walmart's $5 jeans won't wear out before they outgrow them. Guaranteed.
I'll get it!
Walmart.
El Tabador! Kudo customers are very satisfied. You really love us. So to show you how much El Tabador loves you back, I'm going to give each of you a big wet kiss. Mwah, mwah. Ay, sexy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You are kissing, right?
Wouldn't it be nice if we focused less on the size and more on what we gain when we feel great in our jeans? Like the feeling when you wear that perfect size fantastic. Special K can help you stay on track with a range of delicious cereals and snacks. Discover them all at specialk.ca. There's so much to gain with Special K.
August 25th and 26th, SMS and Komatsu bring back the Jets under the lights Saturday nights. See Jet dragsters and funny cars reach speeds over 300 miles per hour. Plus, add the Outlaw Jones wheel stander and alcohol funny cars. Visit missionraceway.com.
Say goodbye to dry, uncomfortable skin. Age Perfect Hydro Nutrition Golden Balm. A rich balm that hydrates to nourish the delicate skin of your face, neck, and chest. Enriched with calcium and 10 precious oils for beautiful, firmer-looking skin. Age Perfect, the #1 brand from Mature Skin.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Once Upon a Time, the complete first season. Go behind the scenes in never-before-seen bonus features. Available August 28th on Blu-ray and DVD.
If you're planning on taking the family to the PNE this week, the forecast is looking pretty good, I think. Ann Lou's standing by at the fairgrounds. Which would be the best day of the week, do you think, to go to the PNE?
Yes, it's absolutely fun. Look at this, Linda. I made cotton candy with my hands. Isn't that amazing? I'm not selling this. I'm here with Janelle and Chantel here at the cotton candy kiosk. They are the queens of cotton candy. They work here every summer. They've been here for 6 years. So, Janelle, I'm going to take my cotton candy mitt off. is going to teach me how to make cotton candy, considering that I'm making a mess out of everything. So this fine sugar powder, we put it in the motor. In the motor, so I'll just do that right now. We had some going already because we didn't want the motor to burn, but oh my goodness, was I doing that too fast because it was spilling in my face? Now. Okay, it's a little full right now. So we take this guy,
and you're gonna bend it.
Okay, I'll bend it just like that.
You're gonna turn the speed up.
I'll turn the speed up somehow. I don't even know how to turn the speed up.
And then it's gonna build up a bit, and you're gonna grab the floss with
So I'm just gonna grab the floss now.
And then lift it up.
And then I'll lift it up. They make it look a lot easier than it actually, ow, it actually hurts. It is. And how's that for my very first cotton candy?
Lovely.
It looks pretty good. So you've been here for about 6 years. Do you eat cotton candy on a daily basis? No, not anymore. What's your favorite kiosk here at the PNA?
I don't really have one.
You don't have one?
No.
You're off shift. What are you going to eat?
Maybe some more kettle corn.
More kettle corn. All right. And I've got some orders for some mini donuts. So let's get with the weather because this is looking really ugly, unlike the forecast. Take a look right now at current temperatures across the province. Prince George seeing some sunshine at 27 degrees. Prince Rupert at 14 and Kelowna at 32 degrees in the sunshine. We've got some warnings to tell you about, as Linda mentioned earlier on as well, for the interior. A severe thunderstorm watch all the way from the top of Prince George right down to Kelowna. So you'll experience some hail as well as some heavy downpours as well. And that will continue until this evening. And as we move along to the forecast, it's going to be cloudy as we head into tomorrow. But then as we stop at noon, you can see some showers coming up as well. It won't be overly heavy at all, just some isolated showers as we head into the afternoon. And taking a look across the province right now for southern BC, as you can see, there are lots of thunderstorms. At Kamloops and Kelowna, you'll see a high of 27 degrees. Cranbrook 27, a chance of some thunder showers. Revelstoke's 22 degrees as a high. For central BC, Prince George, you're looking at 22 degrees. Williams Lake 21, a chance of seeing some thunder showers with some sunshine in there for you. And Bella Coola will be a wet day for you with some showers and 21 degrees. Northern BC, Dees Lake, you've got 18 degrees and showers for tomorrow. 16 degrees for Prince Rupert in the rain. A chance of thunder showers for Fort St. John, and you'll see a high of 24 degrees. For the Upper Island of Port Hardy, you'll see a chance of some showers as well. It's going to be a mainly cloudy day with 16 degrees. Campbell River and Comox in the cloud at 23 degrees. And for the Lower Island, showers for Port Alberni at 23 degrees. Victoria, you'll see a high of 21 degrees once the clouds clear out of the way in the afternoon. And if you're heading to the Sunshine Coast, it's going to be partly cloudy. Powell River at 22 degrees. For Whistler, you'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with a high of 24 degrees. And for us on the Lower Mainland, the White Rock, it'll be a mainly cloudy day with 22 degrees. Surrey, 23 degrees as a high. In Abbotsford, you'll see a high of 23 degrees. And here's a look at the next 5 days, Linda. So tomorrow we'll start off with mainly sunny skies. The clouds will roll in the afternoon with a high of 22 degrees, 21 with some isolated showers on Wednesday. Scattered showers expected for Thursday with a high of 19 degrees. And then we'll see some showers for Friday as well, but it looks better for the weekend. So I like coming to the PNE and Playland when it is cool, so we have perfect conditions for that. I wanted to make the biggest cotton candy ever for you, Linda, but unfortunately my talents
I'm sorry, what shape is that supposed to be in?
I'm going to say it's the shape of my head. How's that?
It looks like if it was just white, you could do it for Halloween. You could put big spider webs everywhere. Yeah, it's a shape. Well, there's an apple. Is there an apple under there?
There isn't. I tried my best.
Ann.
This is all you get.
Thanks. You can have it.
All right,
you can keep it. I appreciate it, though. See you later. Have fun.
Thanks, Linda.
She was a comedian who many say was responsible for changing the comedy business, especially for women. Phyllis Diller died today at the age of 95. A look back now at the life and laugh of a comic legend.
The only thing wilder than that laugh, than that look, was what came out of her mouth.
I was the world's ugliest baby. When I was born, the doctor slapped everybody.
Phyllis Diller was the queen of stand-up, a pioneer who only decided to become a professional comedian at age 38 after she married and had 5 children.
I was the only woman doing what I was doing.
Before she was playing clubs, she was making them laugh at the laundromat. She says she started as a poor, unhappy housewife, making other poor and unhappy housewives forget their troubles. And Diller thought to be funny, she had to look funny. So for the classically trained pianist, the hair, the wardrobe, it was all an act.
I love to go to the doctor. Ooh. Where else would a man look at me and say, take off your clothes?
She became a regular on The Tonight Show, a headliner, clubs. Joan Rivers telling us tonight she was an inspiration, a pure comedian.
She showed them that a woman can stand up there and keep you laughing for an hour, and she doesn't need to sing.
She inspired a generation of female comedians. Whoopi Goldberg and Ellen DeGeneres remembering Diller. We lost a comedy legend today. A true original has died. In her 50s, she admitted to having more than a dozen cosmetic surgeries, which became part of her routine. Often joking that she had so many cosmetic surgeries, God wouldn't recognize her when she died. But that signature cackle never changed. Sharon Alfonsi, ABC News, New York.
She was an icon. Scattered body parts found across the Toronto area have police involved in a disturbing investigation. And BC fire officials are hoping to avoid a scene like this in Idaho, where forest fires have residents on evacuation alert. We'll be right back.
From our high-definition camera atop the Shangri-La Hotel, this is CTV News. Mike Killeen and Tamara Taggart, CTV News, working for you.
Is your bath worn out, cracked, or just outdated? Then remodel it to perfection in one day with Bath Fitter. Our remodels fit right over your existing tub or shower using the same material found in high-end spas. First, we'll take a series of precise measurements to assure the perfect fit. Then, just choose a color, your favorite seamless wall design, and we'll craft your new bath or shower in our North American facility. Then, it will be installed by our professionally trained Bath Fitter employees. Call now to set up your free in-home estimate and find out about our special offer. But you have to call now.
Everything was done in one day. No mess. It was all cleaned up, taken care of.
Bath Fitter gives you a brand new bath for approximately 50% off the cost of a traditional remodel. Call now for this special offer and save. Bath Fitter installs more than the right fit. It's the perfect fit, guaranteed for life. It's our promise to you. Call right now.
Life's not always easy, and I do my best to be strong. But thankfully, there's one place, a place I know I belong.
Support childhood in your neighborhood. With your donation to the YMCA, a child has a chance to be a kid. Donate today.
I'm just too young to be old.
I think people come back because they feel they were treated fairly.
We've been in business for over 35 years. We can give you that trust, that honesty, and affordability.
The 2013 Kias are here. Fuel-efficient models loaded with innovative features, like the award-winning Sorento and the Kia Sportage. Then there's the Rio with its impressive list of standard features. And don't forget Optima with an available turbo, all with a 5-year warranty. The 2013 Kias are here.
2013? Rudolph! Rudolph! Get the sleigh!
BB Magic. It's bare perfection for your skin. New Magic BB Cream. Its beautifying beads transform and self-adjust on contact with your skin. Instantly primes, hydrates, and corrects for a flawless bare skin finish. Magic BB Cream from L'Oreal Paris.
Can I eat healthier without giving up taste? A man can only try. And try. And try.
Naturally flavored Honey Nut Cheerios contains oat fiber, and oat fiber helps lower cholesterol because every day could use a touch of honey.
Make Chex Mix your new long weekend tradition. Enjoy 15-minute homemade recipes you just pop in a microwave. Like caramel chocolate drizzles. Happy long weekend. Chex Mix.
Police in Ontario are confirming the body parts found across the Greater Toronto area did in fact come from the same woman. The investigation started a week ago with the discovery of a human foot. Police are now scouring missing persons lists in at least 2 cities. CTV's Scott Laurie reports.
As officers continue their grim search, a major development in this disturbing case.
Remains found in Toronto, now confirmed to be human.
In 6 days, police have now recovered a human head, foot, hands, and a police source tells CTV a thigh, 2 calves, and an arm.
There are obvious similarities from an investigative standpoint between the body parts found in Toronto and the body parts that we've been finding in this river.
All those parts are from a female they're trying to identify.
We have a female victim who unfortunately we've been able to find portions of her body in 2 jurisdictions.
From the Toronto man who found the latest parts.
It's a tie of the leg. It's a tie. You can see the bone, you can see everything. The smell was horrible.
From horrified neighbors.
We're all shocked. We're all shocked because it just doesn't happen in this neighborhood.
It was a photojournalist covering the Toronto search who notified police about a suspicious plastic bag.
I knew the minute I poked the hole. The flesh color, the bone protruding, it was definitely human remains.
This creek in Toronto is about 52 kilometers away from where the first parts were found. 24 officers continue to search along a part of a river that's been combed about 25 kilometers in length all the way to Lake Ontario. The search in Toronto appears to be over, but police expect forensic experts to be gathering evidence here for the next couple of days. In the meantime, there are families out there. Police won't say how many, in the middle of a frightening wait to find out if their loved one is at the center of these grisly discoveries.
Investigators have been in touch with those who we reasonably believe the victim could be, and we're trying to soften the blow.
This week-long mystery, a blow to investigators and searchers, is deepening. Scott Laurie, CTV News, Toronto.
A bus driver is being called a hero in Toronto today. An industrial accident scattered hydro poles and live wires around her bus. Police said the driver kept passengers calm and on board until emergency crews cut off the electricity. The accident at a construction site sent a crane crashing to the ground, trapping the operator inside. A rescue crew got him out this afternoon, and he was taken to hospital with minor injuries. No one else was hurt. The wife of a disgraced Communist Party boss in China narrowly avoided the ultimate punishment today. Gu Kai-lai was handed what's called a suspended death sentence for the murder of a British businessman she said was threatening her son. CTV's Janice Mackey-Fryer has the latest.
There was little doubt about the verdict. Gu Kai-lai was guilty of murder. She admitted it during her trial, that she poisoned Neil Haywood with cyanide. In her only statement, she said, "This verdict is just. It shows special respect for the law, reality, and life." Her suspended death sentence will be commuted to life in prison in 2 years, a decision made not by the court, but Communist Party officials, who in high-profile cases wield more influence than the law. It closes a chapter in a rare public scandal for the party that must now decide what's next for Gu's husband, Bo Xilai, the ousted former communist princeling facing internal discipline, criminal charges, or both.
They would like to separate the 2 cases, in order to minimize the impacts towards the 18th Party Congress.
The only thing clear for Bo Xilai is that his disgrace is now complete, as his wife goes to jail and the government works to divert attention from a family synonymous with murder.
This is a politically sensitive time with a once-in-a-decade power transition later this fall. So if Bo Xilai is to go on trial, it likely isn't to happen before next year. Janice Mackey-Fryer, CTV News, Beijing.
One of the worst fire seasons in years is wreaking havoc in the western U.S., and today brought little relief. NBC's Mike Taibbi has more on the latest evacuations south of the border in Idaho.
As happens, the shape and movements of Idaho's Trinity Ridge fire have changed.
Sheriff's Department!
When the occupants of nearly 1,000 homes and buildings in Featherville were given evacuation orders, some, like cafe owners Cindy and Pat Christensen, feared the worst and vowed to stay until the very last minute.
Until I see fire come over the hill, I'm going to stay.
This is a big investment for us. This is our retirement.
But the fire stalled 2 miles away, leaving Incident Commander Rich Harvey no choice but to wait before attacking the fire head on.
It's just frustrating. That's where we're at with this fire today.
And while Featherville's moment of truth is delayed, the fire has spread to the west-northwest, now within 10 miles of Idaho City. It's the weather that sets the pace, often a two-sided sword. Predicted thunderstorms that could dump needed moisture, but that also means lightning.
The lightning can still hit the ground and spark new fires.
There are similar stories across the western wildfire zone. 35 dangerous fires now burning in 10 western states in a brutal season that's already seen 6.7 million acres consumed by flames. So this is the strategy of choice. Limit the fuel near threatened homes and then set strategic smaller fires, they're called backburns, to be sucked in by the approaching big fire, but to do it at just the right time.
If they do it too early, the fire's liable to burn in the wrong direction.
It's worked before.
It has, many times.
There are new fires that are causing havoc. The Ponderosa fire in Northern California has destroyed 7 homes and threatens 3,000 more. And even when the fires are on the way to being controlled, as with the Fox Den fire in Utah, those whose homes are threatened feel a similar helplessness.
I have like fish and everything else in my house and don't have rental insurance or fire insurance. I'm like, this is not good.
An American politician has sparked outrage after suggesting that women can prevent pregnancy when they're raped. He now says he's sorry for those explosive remarks, but he is refusing to drop out of the U.S. Senate race.
Missouri Congressman and Senate candidate Todd Akin is under fire for his comment this weekend about his support for a ban on abortion, even in cases of rape.
First of all, from what I understand from doctors, that's really rare. If it's a legitimate rape, the female body has ways to try to shut that whole thing down.
Akin scrambled to explain, first saying he misspoke, then apologizing in a radio interview with Mike Huckabee.
Let me be clear. Rape is never legitimate. What I said was ill-conceived and it was wrong. And for that, I apologize.
But the damage may be done. Akin's race was one of the best chances Republicans had to flip a Senate seat. Until yesterday, his opponent, Senator Claire McCaskill, was seen as one of the most vulnerable Democrats up for re-election. The calls for Akin to drop out are growing, but he sounds like he's digging in his heels.
I'm not a quitter. And my belief is we're going to take this thing forward.
Mitt Romney called Akin's comments inexcusable and offensive and said the candidate should spend the next 24 hours considering what will best help the country. Today, President Obama was asked to weigh in.
The views expressed were offensive. Rape is rape.
Democrats are eager to exploit Akin's controversial comments to appeal to women voters, and they're trying to tie Akin to vice presidential contender Paul Ryan.
And another U.S. politician is apologizing, this time for doffing his clothes on an overseas trip. Republican Congressman Kevin Yoder from Kansas admits he went swimming in the Sea of Galilee in Israel last year without his bathing suit. A group of American politicians also went swimming, but Yoder was the only one who chose to skinny dip. Yoder said today it was a mistake and he's sorry. Some Christians believe the sea is a holy site where Christ walked on water. Britain's Prince Philip is on the mend tonight and on vacation. The Duke of Edinburgh left a Scottish hospital in Aberdeen today after 5 days of treatment for a recurring bladder infection. It was the third hospital stay for the 91-year-old prince in a matter of months. He's returned to the nearby Balmoral estate, where the royal family is on holiday. A young Canadian has pulled off an Olympic-sized swim. 14-year-old Annalise Carr is believed to be the first person to swim across Lake Ontario. That's 52 kilometers that she covered in 27 hours, finishing late yesterday. What's more, her marathon has drawn donations of $115,000 in climbing, all of which will be used to send kids with cancer to camp. And it's never been done before, but a 62-year-old woman is trying for the 4th time to swim from Florida to Cuba. Diana Nyad started the grueling 60-hour trip over the weekend. She's past the halfway point now. The distance, though, isn't the only challenge. She's swimming without a shark cage and also has to worry about jellyfish stings. Still, Nyad is optimistic. She attempted the swim back in 1978 and then tried again twice last year, but failed to make it. Hope she does this time. Mike Colleen is away. CTV News continues now with Tamara Taggart.
Tonight, a little girl's long search for medical help.
We really didn't know what to do, so we took her in and out of walk-in clinics.
Doctors said she had everything from malnutrition to poor posture. Finally, the shocking cancer diagnosis. Plus, crackdown at the P&E.
It's a nuisance. To tell you the truth, it's an absolute nuisance.
Why it may not be easy to find parking for this year's fair. And found swimming in the Fraser.
Boy.
This dog gets a second chance at life.
I was swimming back and forth and didn't know which way to go.
But who owns the dog rescuers call Phelps?
This is CTV News.
Good evening. A young girl is in Children's Hospital tonight fighting a rare form of cancer. Her family is devastated and furious. They tried multiple times to find out what was wrong with little Hannah, but the diagnoses were repeatedly wrong. As CTV's Julia Foy reports, her parents can't understand why it took so long to get the right answer.
3-year-old Hannah is barely strong enough to get up and play. It's a nightmare that started 2 months ago when her Victoria parents noticed the little girl's stomach was distended.
Really didn't know what to do, so we took her in and out of walk-in clinics. We probably saw 7 different doctors, and all had different answers for us.
The family says Hannah was diagnosed